Hi, I'm Pastor Chris, and I approve the following message.
Tonight's story time. I have a wonderful story for you. It's about two siblings. One good, one bad. Our story begins. I think I have another way to tell you about this story. Our story, as I told you, is about two siblings, a brother and a sister. We'll call the good brother Marty, and we'll call the sister Chris. Now, Marty listened to everything that his parents told him to do. He was a very good son. Chris didn't. She was very naughty. One day, Chris said to her dad,
"Dad, I want all my things. I want you to give them to me right now so I can go out and do whatever I want."
Her dad was very sad, but Chris was insistent.
"I want you to give me everything. Give it to me now so I can run out and play and have fun. That's what I'm gonna do.
Marty, the good son, couldn't believe what his sister was saying. "Chris, Chris, Chris, come back," he yelled. "Don't leave us. You are good." But alas, Chris left, and Marty was sad. Well, Marty didn't want Chris to leave. Dad didn't want Chris to leave. But she left, and she took everything that Dad had given for her, and she blew it. She bought makeup, shoes, lots and lots of shoes, clothes, and just a multitude of things to go with her flowing red hair. But eventually, Chris was broke, and she didn't know what to do or where to turn. But eventually she said, I can't do this. I have to go back and see my father. And so, that's what she did. And she was scared. She didn't know how Dad would take it. When Chris got home, she had this big speech that she laid out everything about how sorry she was and that she never should have left. Now, Marty wasn't so sure she was sincere, and she might not have been, but the big point is Dad didn't care. Dad loved his little girl named Chris with the shoes and the red hair and everything else that went with it. And Dad welcomed her home with open arms. He was thrilled. Matter of fact, he was going to have a party, and they were going to eat a dead pig. Meanwhile, Marty, the good son, the godly son, he wasn't happy. No, Chris was gone. She spent everything, and she came back. And Dad didn't spank her, didn't yell at her, didn't make her sleep somewhere else. Dad had a party. He was going to butcher the prize pig. Marty wasn't happy. Were you, Marty? No. Why would you be happy? Oh, sure, she was home, but what's in it for you? Marty was a sad boy. Well, As it turns out, the party was a smash. Dad was thrilled that Chris was home. Marty, not so much. That's the end of our story about Chris and Marty. What's unsaid is, what's the moral? What are we supposed to get out of this story? I think you're going to talk about that in class tonight. Yeah, you're going to have a talk. A long talk.